I was all set to go to the British Grand Prix race last year until I saw the ticket prices. I love Formula 1, I've been a fan for decades, but when I saw how much of a rip-off Silverstone's become, I had to ask myself, is there a better way to experience live motorsport? It turns out there is. Did you know you can get a full VIP hospitality experience for less than the price of a basic F1 ticket? I'm talking about private parking, good food, exclusive seating, the full VIP treatment. But was it worth it? Could this experience make you ditch Formula 1? Let's find out. I've been a Formula 1 fan since I was a kid, and I spent most of that time being a Fernando Alonso fan. With his career coming to an end, I plan to watch his last couple of races at Silverstone. I get that Silverstone wants to be like a festival, and some people love all the music and off-track activities, but I guess I'm boring. I just want to see cars on the track, and that's where the problem is for me. There's hardly any track action. Even if I make the morning drive to Silverstone, which is like an hour away, I'd have to get there at 8 just to catch the first race of the day. Then there's massive gaps where nothing much happens. Don't get me wrong though, off-track activities can be fun. When I went to the MotoGP with my brother, it was a Monster Energy shows that saved the day. I'm not into bikes as much as I am cars, so all the stunt shows I had going on kept me entertained. But for a car fan like me, the on-track action is where it's at. So when Alonso confirmed he'd be staying until 2026, I decided to skip F1 and try something different. I treated myself to a VIP hospitality experience. The championship I went to see was the British GT Championship. It's a national series that doesn't have any star drivers, but it does have pretty cool looking cars. So I figured I had 3 options. I could either go with a team, British GT themselves had a hospitality package, and Donington Park had a hospitality package. Which one did I go with and why? Obviously, if you go with a team, you'll be with the team within their own hospitality tent. A lot of British touring car teams do this, but I didn't find any GT teams offering it. So it was down to 2 options. It was either I go with the British GT themselves, or obviously Donington. Price-wise, they were pretty much the same, so the decision didn't really come down to that. It was the experience offered. I decided to go with Donington for one main reason, and that is the viewing area. They both offer the same things, but Donington Park's hospitality is in the Goddard Suite, which is on the last corner. Funnily enough, it's where Princess Diana watched the 1993 European Grand Prix. There's actually 2 areas you can view from. One side, you can see them coming out of the last corner going into the start and finish straight. And on the other side, which is my personal favourite, you can watch them bombing down the back straight, through the S's, and then taking the full loop, which is 3 different overtaking opportunities from one viewing area. But I did buy something pretty cool from the British GT Hospitality catalogue, which I'll touch on later. So decision made, but now the big question, did it actually feel VIP? Well, it didn't quite start that way. We arrived on a rainy morning expecting to be in the VIP car park. The benefits of parking in the VIP area is that it's usually out the way. And as you know, when it comes to leaving big events, you get that annoying thing when multiple lanes are created as people try to cram out of one exit. So the VIP parking bypasses that. And you also get the option to leave the circuit going a different route, which obviously also bypasses the traffic. But for some reason we were sent to park in with everyone else, which to be fair isn't a big deal at a British GT event, where crowds aren't as big as Formula 1 or even the British Touring Car Championship. Leaving those events are usually a nightmare. Even though Donington Park's paddock is literally next to the entrance, we still jumped on the shuttle run to get to the hospitality unit. Had to get my money's worth obviously. A sausage cobbles for breakfast whilst it rained outside, and I was happy we were staying dry, especially as I brought my camera. Luckily the weather dried up as the day went on. The British GT event usually has a packed timetable. There's a GB3 Championship that both George Russell and Lando Norris raced in back in the day. The GB4 Championship was there, as well as some Ginetta GT cars that had a few races themselves. As well as having breakfast, there was lunch plus afternoon tea after the British GT race. TV screens were in the suite so you didn't miss any of the action, with seats inside as well as outside on the balcony. But how much did all this cost compared to an F1 ticket? As of the time of this recording, March 2025, a general admin ticket at Silverstone is currently £319. The British GT hospitality price is £150, more than half the price of a general admin ticket at Silverstone. Now, I'm not saying a GT race is better than a Grand Prix, but for comfort and a stress-free day, you know it's not too bad. But if the hospitality prices are still too much, there's one other option for you. Before the start of the race, there's usually a grid walk for the VIPs. Luckily, you can buy the grid walk as a standalone ticket. And that's what we did. Walking on the same grid that Senna, Prost, Schumacher all raced on back in '93. The ticket also gives you weekend access and sells for £48, which is only £10 more than a standard weekend ticket.
I would let you change me. I would be a fool. I can think of anything I wouldn't do for you. Man, I would let you waste me. I live at your rule. I would live a life with no regret if it's with you. If it's now you turn and face me. Tell me what you want. I would give you anything to get into your heart. I'm asking you to make me. Let me be your heart. Turn me into anything you want. Just gotta start, just gotta start. You just gotta start.
So, after spending a day there instead of F1, was it worth it? In terms of comfort, access and cost, I'd say yes. The atmosphere at the British GT may not be the same as Formula 1, but it's still a thrilling experience, especially with access to some incredible views and behind the scenes areas. For a fraction of the price of an F1 ticket, you get a more relaxed event with plenty of on-track action, and without the massive crowds. Don't get me wrong, Formula 1's still number one by a long way. There's nothing quite like watching an F1 car blast around Silverstone into the Maggots Beckett set of corners. But when you compare the experience and the cost, the British GT is a good option that doesn't break the bank. So what do you think? Will you be ditching F1 for a VIP experience? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.